Greetings, my friend. I see you got my message, because you don't seem surprised to see me. I hope it's not too much of a bother, but may I come inside? Thank you. It goes against my instincts to admit this, but I wanted to see you out of concern. What Alex did would traumatize some humans. And then there was my little, performance. I felt responsible for putting you through such a thing, especially when it never should have happened. Of course. I do not doubt your mental fortitude. You are a vampire hunter, after all. It's just that I've kept my humanity alive, and the human side of me wanted to see you again. To confirm, if nothing else, that I didn't fail you terribly. If nothing else, I still owe you a meal. The fact that I wasn't able to cook you something delicious is criminal. Oh, I understand we may not have too many things, but I'll find something to make. I can be quite creative, you know. That aside, I was something of a chef before the advent of modern methods, so I will be fine with whatever you provide me to work with. Thank you. May I say, this is a nice home you have. Would you allow me to rest on the couch for a moment? Thank you. Come, sit down across from me. Let's catch up a little. How has life been? Good, I hope? I see. By chance, did you tell your superiors about our last meeting? I should have expected such a reaction. I don't blame them. The idea does seem alien when vampire attacks continue to mount every day. The only way I think I could tell them that might get through is if I myself walk into the commander's room and state my terms plainly. I appreciate your concern, but doing so isn't even close to being suicidal. In fact, it would be more so for them if they chose to attack and I chose to defend myself. Their silver armaments may prove quite useful against young vampires like Alex, but my strength is that of a deity. A mere metal will do nothing for them. Alas, I wouldn't defend myself, so you don't need to worry. If things got bad, I would simply leave. You can see how killing dozens of high-ranking humans would be counterintuitive to my goal, you know? I'll find a way. I can pass as human easily. I'm even shorter than most male humans these days. Getting in won't be easy, but I'll make it. Well, I wasn't going to say anything, but yes, that would help immensely. You have access to him already. It would just be a matter of bringing us together. I hesitate to ask you to do so, though. I don't want you to suffer any consequences for colluding with me. Oh, don't say that. It's not worth it if you end up hurt. Tell you what, I have an idea for how to sweeten the deal and persuade them to leave you be. There are some young vampires that have been running rampant recently. It's time I dealt with them. I know where they hide, so I'll provide your commander with some invaluable intelligence in exchange for you being left alone. A simple deal, we all benefit. My life. It's been, well, quite something, I'm afraid. I've convinced some elder vampires to come over to my side, but some remain stubborn in their mindset. It's not easy to deal with minds that have existed for 1,000 years, but I have to keep trying. It's because, in many cases, once a being has lived that long, you become sure of yourself. You believe your experience has taught you everything. Now, when you start to reach my age, you get over that. You learn from being that way, the mistakes you make while being that way, to be grateful for things, to be humble and wise with your years instead of arrogant. Many vampires let their arrogance consume them, and they end up losing their lives through the mistakes they make once they live past a millennium. That's why there's an extremely small number of vampires like me, those who have learned the true way to live. You never hear of one of us abusing our power, going on mass rampages or anything. That's because most of us old-timers aren't violent. We see the world in a different light. Many of us have been around since before human history began. As de facto gods and goddesses, we try to help where we can while keeping our own kind in check. You have the right to be skeptical. But though deities we may be, we are not all-powerful, nor omniscient. If we were, our two races would not have to be at war. We could coexist peacefully and painlessly. I'm trying my hardest, but it's not easy. We, the peaceful, are few. The violent are many. If I could... What? Of course. I'm okay. Why? Shit. No. I'm okay. Shit, not now. No. Stop it. Don't touch me. It's better if you... Ugh! Fuck. Fine. I'll tell you. As I mentioned last time we met, I never feed off of a human. Unless they consent. I never have. And I never will. Well, I'm a vampire. I have to feed eventually. I don't go insane like the others. I can resist. But eventually that resistance will kill me. It might take 1,000 years, but it will. And I haven't fed properly in centuries. Of course it hurts. It's the most painful thing imaginable. But I do it because I refuse to harm an innocent soul. That would harm my mind more than the resistance hurts my body. No, I can't feed off you. All of those I fed off of had made the choice without external pressure. Without a guilt trip. As someone who might be pressured by what I've just told you, I can't allow it. It would be a disservice to you. No, it wouldn't kill you. I'd only take enough to make you tired, but regardless, no. You owe me exactly nothing. I saved you because it was right, not because I wanted to call in a favor. Fine. If you're going to make it the condition for seeing your commander, I will. Just to be sure. This is of your own free will, yes? Nothing I said is making you feel compelled to do this. I see. Then come here and sit next to me. I'll try to make this as comfortable as possible. You deserve that much. All right. Embrace me so I can get to your neck. There. Now, just so you are aware, you will likely fall asleep after this is done. I will carry you to bed and watch over your residence tonight. Tomorrow, I will cook the most delicious breakfast for you. All right. Just a small tingling feeling and a warm feeling after. Let's begin. Thank you so much. Just as they usually do, you look like you're drifting off already. Rest easy. Sweet dreams, little human.